What's good? It's your girl GGirl. Welcome to the Iccy Show. I'm gonna tag in White Wolf in 1 second, and we're gonna start this Iccy Show. And let's get it lit. I hope everyone's Saturday is doing good. Make sure you share this. And hold on, let me get him on here. Uh, just bear with me for 1 second. So I hope everyone's doing good. And let's see, we're just trying to get White Wolf on here on the Iccy Show. Hopefully he gets the link and then he accepts it, and we'll get this interview. You got to accept the link. I sent you the tag on, so just accept it so you could get on the show. So as soon as he gets on, we're going to start this Iccy Show. I'm sorry for the delay right now. I'm just waiting for him to accept it, and we're going to be going on with this Iccy Show. Here we go. And to be on with us on the Iccy Show. What's going on? Welcome to the Iccy Show.
Yeah, how you doing, sweetheart?
Good, good. I'm good. I'm good. Nice to
It's
finally have
usual.
you on the Iccy Show. So, let's start off. You know, how long you've been doing music for and all that.
Well, actually, I started music in the 70s, basically. I started out with a rap crew called the Cold Crush Brothers out of Patterson. We was all in high school together. It was like five of us. And then after that, it went on for a few years. Then I just stopped because I got into other things that I shouldn't have got into. But, reality opened my eyes to see what real truth is.
Yes. So, who inspired you to start doing music?
And actually, to be honest with you, there's a lot of people that really inspired me. My father was actually a gospel singer, and
Oh,
so music was always in my life. You know, I play several instruments myself, and at the same time, like I said, my father being a legendary gospel singer, Mighty Clouds of Joy, Gospel Highlights, and Gospel Consolators. Uh, Music just been my life in general, and that's I found comfort in music. When I get upset, I turn to music. You know,
yes.
basically that's why I'm back into music. My fiance, my baby mother, she was the one who inquired that I get back into it because I actually retired from music, and like for a
Oh,
whole year or so, she just constantly pushed, like auditions at me and so forth, and I was like, nah, I just want to be a family man. But then I'm also looking at my community. My community is like it's a lot of killing, it's a lot of hurting people that's out here that's actually hurting because they don't have nowhere to turn to. When I was coming up, they had like recreation centers. They had things that children can really get into. But now here in Patterson, it's just chaos. I mean, a lot of
that's
young men out
everywhere.
here.
That's I was
Well,
talking about that with an artist the other day. They don't have the afternoon programs like they did when we were growing up. So these kids are hitting the streets because they have nothing else better to do with their time.
exactly. And see, that's why I put forth the effort. Being I have 8 kids myself. I mean,
Oh wow, salute.
six of them are grown, but at the same time, I still got two others that I'm still worried about. But I have a slew of grandkids. So I got to pave the way for them. And the only way I can see doing it is through this music. Music is very inspiring and also is very influential. I mean, like you can
That,
influence somebody just by their listening to the music. So what I'm doing is I'm slashing the R&B back to where it used to be. I mean, like roll and rock the whole nine. So
why
you
did you
really
call you
understand.
White Wolf?
Well, for one, it was hard for me to really choose a name for myself because the way I live is sort of like a ghost, and it's rare to see a white wolf. So like you see it one moment, next minute it's gone. So they're lovely to see, but at the same time, they can be very vicious as well. So it's always a flip mode to everything in life. There's the good and the bad. There's stop, there's go. But at the same time, you got to look at the aspects of why a wolf is who they are. They're very community. They deal with communities, first of all. They are loving, but at the same time, like I said, they look aggressive, but they're not. They're humble. But now, if you back them into a corner, there's a problem. What I
Yeah,
mean? Come out on
yeah,
top.
definitely.
And then being that, my mother, gave me, the genes of having white hair, 100%.
I like it. It goes with it.
Well,
That's dope.
it's it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I thought it was a curse all the years I used to dye it. But, actually it's a blessing.
That's dope.
So that's where the white wolf comes
Uh,
into play.
well, since you're an OG in this music industry, how do you feel like the internet has impacted the music?
Well, truthfully speaking, I find it to be very influential, but at the same time, I find it as being a hindrance. Reasons why, because like for example, I was selected over a year ago to do a tour for coast to coast tours, and those shows got shut down because of this pandemic thing, But at the same time, they was like, well, why don't you just go ahead and go live and do everything over the live system? But it's not the same.
Yeah,
The feel of the presence of being in a club and getting the response of the people that's there.
yeah.
So like, I
I like
mean,
doing.
that's
I know what you're talking about because I love doing the interviews in person more than over the phone like this. I'd rather do it in person. I love the interviews, but I'm glad to have you on the Iccy Show.
well, the reality I look at like it's like this. I see that I get a better response personally than I would get, over a phone, over a tablet, over a laptop, because then I can reach out and touch. And
Yeah,
then I can actually feel the vibe that, okay, they receive me, they understand me, and I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's like, that's all I want. I want people to understand exactly what this music is really about. It's not about hatred. It's about a comfort.
yeah.
And see, a lot of
Yeah.
people they got this thing twisted, and I'm trying to bring it back. And I see
Well,
that you're
I'm glad you're
I
bringing
love
it
it.
back.
Huh?
I'm glad you're bringing it back because I go. Music is my soul comfort. So I love music, all types of music.
Like, here it is, as I spoke to you a few months ago, I'm still sort of like in that stage, but now I'm pretty much settled down. I'm staying with my daughter now, and she's encouraged me. All those people that's involved with me, they encourage me to keep forward. But at the same time, it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah,
Because as an artist, it's like the soul of an artist is something that you just really can't put it into words. I mean, like, all you can do is just vocalize it or put it into instruments. You know what I mean? Like, the reality of music is something that inspires you to do the next best thing.
right.
And with me, it's hard because like I'm fighting all these emotions. And and it's terrible, man. I mean, it's really terrible. So only way I have the release is to go into the studio. Instead of doing
Well,
something
don't give
stupid.
up. Don't give up.
Nah, actually, I feel like crying, to be honest with you, because that's how much I love this music. And a
I
lot of
know that.
people they really don't understand it. They really don't. All they catch is a bar or two, and they run with that, not knowing it's more music than a bar. You know, because I can give you 16s with no problem. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's more than that because I'm really a one take shaker. You know what I mean? Like I can shoot it. I feel as though the person that's listening, I want to reach their heart. I want them to really think about what they're doing, and that's the reason why I bring out the music I do.
How many songs do you think you got out there?
I have several out there. I say over 100, to be honest with you. I say I actually got over 100 out there. I mean, it's a lot of songs that people actually come to me and confront me and like, "Yo, Wolf, keep doing what you're doing." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" "Oh, that's such and such a song I heard, blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Whoa, what song you talking about?" You know, the title I give them is like, "Yeah, I heard that one, and I heard that one. Oh, I like this one better." But I'm like, "Yo, the reality is this, like." We need to keep this going. I mean, like this can never die, man. I mean, like
That.
to shut it's shutting out humanity. And I'm
What
proud
could
of you.
you say? Thank you, I appreciate it. Um, what would you like to accomplish in the next year in this music industry?
Actually, I looked at Empire. Empire encouraged me to go forward. Okay, drug dealer turned his life around. You know, sure he had a baby mama that was involved with him with the illegal stuff. They turned it all around and made an empire of records, of business that was actually legitimate. And that's
Mhm.
encouraging, and that's what I want to do. Because when I leave this world, I want to have something for my kids, my grandkids.
Yes.
So the thing for me to do now is to live out the less part of my life right now as an artist. This is what I do best, so I might as well continue to doing it and leave
Mhm.
them they what they can have. You feel me? And for other people as well.
How would you say when you first started the music industry to now, if you could change anything that you've done in it?
I would say, like it was said on one of the awards. I think it was Anita Baker that said it. She said that the industry now is locked out, more like to say. It's
That.
through us and the internet that is really opening up the newcomers.
Yes.
Everybody has a voice. Everybody has talent. Everybody has not tapped into their talent yet. But you still
Mhm.
have to give the opportunity for them to come forth. You feel me? And there's a lot of people being shut down that should be heard, to be honest, because they have something to say as well. Everybody who was born into this world was born here as a messenger, first and foremost. You know,
That.
so I mean, like that's like with my music. I get heartfelt. That's why I said I'm bringing the R&B back. I mean, like popping the fingers, that's cool. But the
Yes.
reality is that we need to get home based. And what I mean by home base is we need to get to that inner man. That inner man is the actual soul of the music. And I would
What?
change those trying to shut us down. I would change them from like, yo, step to the side, let other people have their way.
Mhm. How has the so the virus has how do I say this? The virus has affected you during this time.
It has affected me as far as doing shows. You know, it has affected me around some loved ones that I lost through this. But at
Sorry,
the same
babe.
time, I'm still going. Like I said, right now I feel like crying, but I'm holding it. I'm gonna be honest with you because it's a lot that's really going on in my life that no one knows. I'm gonna keep it
Yes.
100. A lot of people is curious about the White Wolf. They wonder
Mhm.
who is the Wolf? Why is he dropping these tracks like he is? Yes, I have nephews all out BTM. which is BTAP. That I am the co-owner of. You know what I mean? Which is my nephew. He's in
Salute.
North Carolina. And the thing about it is, we're doing what we have to do. You know,
Hmm.
that's why I said collaboration between my camp and your camp, no problem. You know what I mean? And at the same time, we're gonna meet. We're gonna meet. We're gonna meet soon.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I
when
would
we
like to.
do,
We're going on tour. The Iccy Show's going on tour with Don Vic Show on the October 24th. That's the day we start our tour. I would like to have you. We're actually supposed to hit Jersey, so when I touch base in Jersey, I would like to have this interview in person with you, if that's okay with you, and also my business partner, Don Vic. It's two talk shows in one going on tour. So we started October 24th of this month, and New York and New Jersey are one of the first couple of stops. So I definitely will keep you posted when we're in your town, sir.
well, I don't think that you'll be hitting Patterson because see, people here in Patterson they don't know how to deal with clubs. You know, we had several successful clubs here, and all
Oh
they
no, no,
turned out to be is
oh no,
rioting,
we're not.
basically.
Yeah, no, 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 we're not going to clubs. Especially in this situation with this virus, we're keeping it safe. We have to. We'll be just flying out daily and coming back into town, and some states will be staying in the city, the states for a couple days, depending on the interviews we have lined up. We have a lot of interviews. I mean, it's crazy. We got
You're
we
successful, sweet.
have.
You're, success- you're
Thank you. I
successful.
appreciate you because
You know,
honestly, I got to give you. I really want to meet you in person because I must say you were one of my first supporters in the Iccy Show when I had launched the first episode with Master Hustle Records, and you were the
yeah,
first one of my first 7 people watching the Iccy Show at that time, 2.5 years ago. So salute to you. I appreciate you because if it wasn't for people like you, I want to be having the Iccy Show 2.5 years later, and it's been booming. You can see the difference of how I started to now, and I thank you. I really do thank you. I appreciate it.
BTAP, baby. We've been supporting you a long time, and we'll continue to support you. Tessa PA,
That's what
yeah, this is the original.
back.
This is
Thank
the
you.
original. Yeah, you know what it is. But
Yep.
he's in North Carolina. Kashawn, he's in North Carolina. Boom Blaze, he's still here in Patterson with me. I mean, like, yo, the team, we lost one on the team, you know, and he
Sorry.
was a genius, young. But like I said, this is a lot that's going on. But I want to do work with y'all, and
Yeah.
my team is ready to work with y'all. They know for a
I,
fact if we come to Boston, I know y'all gonna stand up. I already know.
oh, yeah. Boston, I got you over here. For real. I got you covered. I'm ready to
Yo,
work. You know me, I go to state. I'm ready.
yo, I did the history on you and everything. That's why I started fucking with you.
Salute. I appreciate that. Much respect.
Yo, but on some real shit, like I have to go back into the studio within this next week. I haven't been in the studio for like 4 months now, and
Oh,
I
wow.
just touch base with my nephew, Jaja. Uh, you already know, but
Oh, we lost you. We lost you.
no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm still here.
Oh.
Uh,
So what did you say? It froze on you.
all right. Well, all right. I'm getting ready to go back into the studio. I talked to my nephew. I touched bases with him last night. And that is my producer, really, on some
Oh,
real. I mean, and all the tracks you really heard actually came from him, and that's
that's
new
dope.
tech. And he's a genius. He's a genius. I
What's
have to
his
give.
name?
So, his name is I call him Jaja, but it's Jacquees. But
Oh,
he goes by the name.
okay, okay. Say no more. I know who he is now. You just gave it
That,
away.
that is my nephew. And see, we've been keeping things real low, low. being our
I
big,
can see,
being the
I can see. You guys are doing your research on me too. I can see that because now you just put that name. Now I already know that song. I'm like, okay, okay, small circle, man. Wow, real recognize real again.
see, now here it is, like with Black, Picasso Black. That's another name you already know about.
Yep,
He's
Luke.
all he's also a part of the loop. You feel me? So like I said, and then I got a couple of new artists that really need to come out, but they waiting for me to just go ahead and flood things that I need to do. So everybody's like, I got a lot on my shoulders. I mean, a
Let me know
lot.
what I can help you with. I work. I got you what I can help. The same thing up here. The shows are all canceled up here. That's what I've been hearing with all these artists on the interview. I feel so bad because it's like
It
that's
goes back
their
to
income and they're not getting their income,
yeah, it
and
goes back.
it sucks because that summertime is booming for us right now and we couldn't even do shows. I did one show this whole summer and it was in August and I was supposed to do another show October 24th. I had to cancel that show at Upscale Barbershop. Everyone that's paying attention on the Iccy Show right now, I had to cancel October 24th at Upscale Barbershop. Salute to all the
Wow.
performances that's going to happen. DJ Virgo Beats is going to spin the ones and twos. But I want to make sure everyone is healthy. That's my concern as a manager, as a promoter, as anything. And Haverhill, Massachusetts is high right now for the virus. So I
For
don't
the
want
right.
to have a show and then someone got sick or something like that. I would feel horrible. I couldn't do my career anymore after knowing I did a show and then someone got sick. You know what I mean? I would feel horrible and not knowing if the person's okay because they keep you confined on that shit. So I had to postpone that show, but we are on tour going to state. That's why I said we're not doing clubs. We're just going to do the interviews. So that's why I'll definitely link with you when I come to your state, so we could do this in person.
And there's quite a few more people that you really need to pay attention to. NJ News, Patterson NJ News, Good News,
Oh, okay. I heard of it.
Elvis,
Yep.
Elvis Durham. That's who I'm supposed to be going under management with now. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
because like all these years, I've been doing it on my own. You
Yes.
know, these years. But now I actually we made a verbal contract. He's supposed to be pushing everything in the format for me. Now,
That's dope.
I got him. Then I have my brother that's over in New York. You know for a fact you've heard of the name True Shots, the
Yes.
OG. That's my brother.
Small world, huh?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's more to me. It's
Yeah,
more to
I understand that.
being a triple G that I am. You know what I mean? I'm more of a concierge. So
Mhm.
therefore I'm bringing people together. That's what I
That's
do.
dope.
You know, and
And
that's why I said, huh? I can hear you.
no, I said go ahead. You were talking. I was gonna say something at the same time you were.
Well, what I'm saying is like me and the concierge is making a conclusion, is making decisions, and at the same time coming up with solutions. And that's my key element in life. I mean, like, why hate? Why hurt when we can come together and make an agreement? I mean, life is a lot easier just getting along with each other than it is getting, you know, on this aspect of trying to hurt each other. Because I look at it like it's the same thing with my music. That's why I bring out my music like I do. And like when I go in the studio, my nephew is like, "Oh, do you?" And when I do, he like, "I'm not jumping on that track." I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "Yo, you said it all." you know. And I love him. Jaja is a beast. You already know it. He's a beast. And
Definitely.
like Diamonds, I think is his number one. I think that's really his number one. He's like his track that he's really pushing is better than better. But I love Diamonds. Diamond explains him 100%. The love that he had for his family. But then when we came out with the jersey, collaborate together, you know, and like this is what I do. You know, I love people. At the same time, I love people, but at the same time, you know, it's a lot of people I cannot deal with. You know, so I stay away from it. You know, and
How did
I
the
treat.
city react to your music?
Excuse me. Say it again.
How does your city react to your music?
Everybody loves it. I mean, like up the hill and down the hill really doesn't get along, but at the same time, on my music, everybody's collaborating. Like the Sexy Girl, you notice I haven't put that on my second CD, but
Yep.
everybody want me to make a video on. You know, and
Oh,
up the hill and down the hill, actually collaborating together and saying, "Yo, we want to be a part of that video."
that's dope.
So
Salute.
soon, that's coming
Let me
soon.
know. I need to be a part of that video.
Oh, I look, you're welcome, more than welcome. You know what I mean? Because like your camp has been supporting me for ages now. You know, I'm looking at it like that, ages. So it's like when I make moves, you'll be the first to know. Definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's real love.
And I love that movie that y'all pushed out too. And I spread that as
Oh, the
well.
gangster, Don Hazel, the gangster movie. Yeah, I act as Red in that. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. The Don Hazel, the gangster. I act as Red. Go check that out. Support that. It's a free movie on YouTube. It's about 45 minutes to an hour long. I mean, something. My first acting I have ever done. I never went to school for acting, but I am in a lot more things since that. I'm in web series. In movies. I'm actually going to Texas. Shout out to Mr. Sammy, and I'll be going up to Texas to film in this movie
Peace.
called Poison. Um, so I'm a main actress in that. So it's gonna be that's a big move for me too.
Now
So
I'm getting to talk you as well.
think
You know the extreme dancer named Steps?
so.
That's my son.
Oh yeah, you got to get
Yeah.
him on the Iccy Show. I got to get him on here. You got to send him my
Oh,
information.
we're gonna see what we can do about that. You know, because you know he made it to America Got Talent. You know, he made it
Yes,
to the
he
second
did.
round, and it's a lot. You know, like I said, it's a lot of things that needs to be done. It's a lot of things that need to be touched into. You know, I'm doing what I can. You know, I only can do but so much. I'm not an octopus. I'm only human, but I'm touching
Definitely.
as much as I can. You know what I mean? And like I said, with your camp and our camp collaborating together, I'm quite sure we can do big things, man. On
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah, especially how I'm being connected all through these states. So it's love is love. You know what I'm saying? The people that are thriving as much as we are, those because they're working as hard as we are. So um, you got to get it. I mean, life's too short. We're not sure if we're here tomorrow. We're not sure here tomorrow. I mean, today you see how quick that stuff took over everyone's life. Everyone was impacted. I don't care if someone says they weren't impacted. Somehow they were impacted during that virus, and everyone's just got to keep wearing their mask. They got to keep being, cautious. Especially, I know all these artists are thriving for a show, but please,
Yeah.
I know I'm going to Twister and Mr. Melodic show October 24th in Tennessee. I will be in the building. The Iccy Show will be interviewing Mr. Melodic and Twister, and Don Vic show will be doing also. So we're working, but we're going to be cautious. We're going to have sanitizer, you name it. We're going to be cautious because we're coming back into Boston. We don't want to contaminate anybody. We love everybody. So long as you love us, we love you back. And even if you hate us, we still love you. the
Hey, that's what's up, yo. Because
love
you know what?
the love beats the hate. Always remember that.
Yo, listen, love will always conquer hate. You know, I mean, like, yeah, you do me dirty. I'm not gonna do you dirty. I'm just gonna do you better.
Yes, yes. That makes me go harder. Makes me want to go do more
Well,
things. The IC show's gonna stop being on Comcast channel as soon as they lift it. They're still shut down in that building. And I heard that they're not gonna be opening for like 6 more months or something, and not until the springtime now. That's what I was just told yesterday. So my IC show, as soon as they lift that building, I will be on Comcast on 6 cities. actually two states, including Massachusetts and New Hampshire, and it's on Channel 99, and it's going to be on Haverhill, Bradford, Andover, Plastown, New
Wow.
Hampshire, Lawrence, Methuen, and one more, Georgetown. So it's going to be popping.
Yo, whatever you need me to do, all you have to do is just hit me.
I
I
got
mean, like at any given cost. I mean, like, yo, that's what we do. You know,
I
I mean,
appreciate that. I do. Especially you being an OG, it's hard, because I learned everything, you know, by myself. I never went to acting school. And, shout out to Don, Vic, and Sonny. They taught me in the acting. And they're the
Don Vic,
ones that give me the opportunity in this acting. But now, I mean, it's crazy how you build yourself in this acting. It's so weird.
true,
It's
true.
like, because every movie you do is not the same. Not all movies are gangster. Like, I played different things. I played a security officer. I played different things, and I played around my Get Fly with Don Vic. There's I don't know if you've seen that trailer we have of that web series. It's about the kids of the future and what they deal with now and how it's different from when we were growing up. It's a good web series. Shout out to Pan Life, put me on to that. I'm really blessed to be a part of that.
Well, I look at it like this. We are characters, first of all. I mean, like, at the end of the day, I can be your best friend, I can be your enemy. I mean, through that era, it's always a change in everything. We all have to put on a different mask,
Hmm.
regardless of the situation. I mean, like, acting, yeah, I've been through it. And see, like, this, for example, like, when my son, I was in the breakdancing. I was the only one to put 2 feet on Crazy Legs' shoulders. The only one that ever did that. And that man, he regrets that day that it happened, but it's a history moment. But my son
Yeah.
did something even more popular to what I wanted to do. Jersey was not getting the recognition that we needed as far as dancing. Okay. I wanted to bring the recognition to Jersey. My son brought it all the way. Well, he took Battle Fest and brought it to Jersey. He did that. And I'm
That's
proud of him.
dope.
Which he didn't know that he really made a really big impact on me by doing that. I mean, Crazy Lady was the best dancer over in New York, and for
You
me
feel so
to
proud being a father because
yeah,
that was an accomplishment that you've made, and you see your kids follow your footsteps in this
back,
industry. That must have been the best feeling as being a father.
yeah, because like when he made his like when his debut and everything, as far as Jersey was concerned, for the auditions and so forth for that first run of the battle, I was there. He made it his business for me to be here, which actually it was hard to be honest with you, because like the kids that was getting involved, they didn't really know the history of this dancing. All
Yeah.
they know is I found something new to get involved with, but didn't know that it was really a battle that went on a long time before them. So like for my son to actually bring it over to Jersey, yo, that was a hell of an accomplishment, man. I mean, like it just made me so proud. And right now
That's
today,
dope.
he has his books now. He had cartoon books now. He's in a thing called Lit right now. It's if I understand, it's on YouTube. It's called
Okay,
Lit.
okay,
He's in,
so check it out.
and like I said, I have my hand touched into everything, basically. And it's all about being positive. I mean,
Yes,
because it's
yes.
it's more to life. Excuse me for that, but
It's okay.
it's more to life. At the end of the day, we was put here on this earth to set a positive range.
Yes.
And that's a big part of my picture as far as my music is concerned. As far as my life in general. You know, when I die, I'm gonna say it like that. When I die, I want them to remember me as, oh, he did this right, he did that right. I don't want them saying, oh, he was an asshole. I,
Yes, yes. I definitely know what you're talking about.
and I
I
mean,
just
like,
did a
like I was saying as well, though, like I want to leave for my family and my friends, a good quote on me. Not just a quote, but leave them substance as well.
Yeah,
And know that, like, yo, you can go forward. You can do anything you want. You just got to put your mind to it. You
that.
know, and a lot of these kids are not being taught that. They see, but they really don't know. They hear you, but they only go by what they see. I live by a thing called 3 L's: look, listen, and you will learn.
That's dope.
And but the reality of that is you got to zip this, use this, and this.
Mhm.
You know, and that will open up a lot of doors for you more than just running your mouth. you know, because some
Definitely.
some children today, you can give them one word and ask for the definition of it, they wouldn't even know it. They only go on by what they hear.
Yes.
So it takes us to come together, collaborating, and let these people know, this is a punch. This is a punch to the gut. Let you know, like, open your eyes, open your ears, pay attention. Let's move forward.
That,
you know, that's what I
what
believe
is
in my music.
that's dope. That's dope. What's your social media? Let them know where they can find you and where they can get a feature with you and all that.
Well, basically, I done hit the Instagram, uh, Church Boy, Management, Elvis Durham, uh, Outreach Management. They're gonna put me on Spotify and all this other stuff. But the internet, I really don't like it. Like I say, I prefer to be in person. Y'all like to touch hands. I like to
Yes,
shake.
yes,
I like to see your emotions, face to face.
yes,
Your expressions is a lot. I mean,
yes,
even if you're not feeling something, your expression will tell me if you're really not feeling it or not.
yes.
But we have to utilize what we got, and I
Definitely,
understand that. At one time,
definitely.
I was just dumb to the internet. I,
Yeah,
I choose.
I'm old school. I don't like technology.
Well, at one time, I didn't want to text, and now I
Yep,
text.
definitely. What's your social media for everything? What's your name so they can find you?
Alexander Green is my birth name, and everything else is behind that. The White Wolf is behind that. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. Uh, I was on Twitter. Well, I'm still on Twitter. It's just I don't answer it much. So basically, I'm just like all over abroad, basically.
Okay. If you could pick one artist to open up for, who would it be?
The Weekend, cause see
Okay.
the way I sing. To be honest with you, I'm like a cross between, if you, from what you heard of a cross between Weekend and John Legend.
Okay. Can you spit something for us on the Icy Show? Or sing something real quick?
Something off the top of my head. Uh,
Yes.
I can give you something just off the top of my head. All right.
All right. We don't have music playing at all, but I mean, I know these audience on the Icy Show, they really want to hear something from you, OG.
Okay. Well, listen. It's like this. Every time I look at you, I just think of the sky that's blue. But I feel the need to hold your hand, and let's not be afraid to dance once again. My love for you will never ever grow. That's enough.
That's dope. That's dope. Hey, that's something. I appreciate it. You kind of reminded me of Kenny Rogers on
Yo,
some real.
that was my dude at one time. Yes, the Barge family is,
That's dope.
yo, on some real. Yeah, it's a lot of similarities because, like, my voice is deep, as I
Yes,
speak, but I know how to climb that scale.
that's dope.
And that was practice from my father. You know, he stayed on top of me about singing.
Mhm. What's your favorite song to perform?
I think you already know the answer to that.
Let
the
them
master,
know.
the master,
Mhm. Dope.
master of all things. That's all it is.
Yeah. So when do you expect your next?
Well, I don't know because like I came out of like uh I actually let me tell the truth, to be honest. I pulled a scam on Coast to Coast tours, which they gained 50 more shows, and that was the holdback. I held back on them. Um, but then here's Corona. It came into play, which stopped everything. Because remember, I was booked to come up Yahweh. You know, I
Right.
just wanted to stay close to the East Coast. But you know, I done traveled for 48 states already. That's how BTAP music became popular, is because I was actually delivering with my job, OTR, as a truck driver over the road, and I was going all the way to California and Washington. And during the process of going there, I was delivering. In Oregon, I give props to Oregon right now, to be honest with you. Oregon actually was the number one pushers as far as BTAP music.
That's dope. What's in next for you that you could talk about on the Icy Show?
Well, after losing my father in November and
So,
losing my brother in the previous, that was June, I'm really getting ready to open up some heartfelt music. I mean, like I said, next week I will be going into the studio, and I hope people don't cry over the music I play, you know, but at the same time, I have to get this out of me, you know.
yeah,
There's a lot of stuff in me, you know, so I got to get it out. So
this might
it's
be
going
your
to be,
best music when you never know, because sometimes your pain is the best material you give. Sad to say,
very,
but that's what I've heard. And you know, I've seen some people come the hardest when they're in that severe pain.
yeah, because I mean, like, with me, I've been carrying this pain around for a while now, you know, and I haven't really let go. You know, losing my mother, then losing my father, losing my brother, you know, and it's like, my daughter even said it to me. She was like, "Dad, you like alienating yourself, you know, this." But I don't explain a lot to my family, you know. I'm like that, me being a wolf, you know, that's where it comes into play. You know,
Mhm.
I hold out in, and at the same time, like I said, you know, like my second CD is actually titled "The Wolf in the Tree Line," but the picture that I got set for the cover, you see the tree line, but you don't see the wolf. But then
That's dope.
on the back side, you'll see the wolf looking back over his shoulder as he's going into the woods. So it's basically explaining like, I see you, but you don't see me.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that.
I mean, like I got that ideology this thing that's going on in my brain, but at the same time, I want people to really, when they listen to my music, I want them to actually visualize it, you know, for actually what it's worth. And if they're going through that same pain, I mean, we all go through pain, but we deal with it differently,
Yes.
you know. And the thing about it is, it's like I want to bring about the joy out of the pain, you
Yes.
know, because I mean, I look at things to be very, very different. And my father always told me, he was like, "Yo, you're gonna be a great man one day." I used to look at him like he's crazy. But now, everything that man was teaching me, I was defiant against. Here I am today. I'm doing it. I'm doing the same thing he was actually preparing me for it. And I was like, wow. you know, and now I can see it, like the truck driver. My father did that for years. He was a police officer. He made it to be lieutenant. And I mean, like, yo, I did all these things that now I'm falling into play with what he actually was really leading me up to do. you know?
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, like, God is good. You know, I mean,
Yes,
I'm
God
still
is
here.
great. God is great.
I mean, I thought I wouldn't even make it past 20, but this music's actually saved me, you know, because instead of acting out, I'll go into the studio and act out.
Yeah.
Even though it's a lot here. Like I said, it's a lot in Patterson. I love the city. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here. And
Right.
the thing about it is, I just want to see the city come back to its full bloom like it was, which is hard. It's gonna be a lot of work.
What's your um what city were you born in?
I was born in Washington D.C.
Oh, okay,
Actually,
okay.
actually 4 blocks away from the White House.
Oh, wow. How was that growing up that you could say impacted your life?
Here in Patterson, growing up, I seen a lot. I seen really, I mean, a lot. I mean, I seen life, I seen death, you know, and Patterson inspired me a lot to, if I can live in Patterson, I can live anywhere, you know, because being in Patterson, you're dealing with so many cultures. You know, right
Yeah.
now we're dealing with Dominicans, we're dealing with a lot of, well, Puerto Ricans came into the play when I was coming up. Cubans came into play. I grew up with a lot of Jamaicans, so therefore, you know, I'm like slash bilingual, you know, on a
Mm.
lot of language, you know, so it played an important role in my life, you know. So if I'm able to deal with Patterson, I can deal with anywhere in the world, because just traveling on the road on the OTR, I actually put everything to test. You know, I'm walking into somebody's house that I never even met a day in my life to deliver their personal products and their furniture and everything. And here it is. I don't know you from Jack Adam on the Eve, but you're mad that your product is coming real late. So I had to calm you down and
Yeah.
let you know. My job was I am a transporter. I didn't hold on to your product. Don't be mad at me. you know, so
Bags.
Patterson taught me how to deal with things of that nature. You know, and being, you know, dealing with all these cultures at the same time. I was able to deal with the Indians. I was able to deal with the Spanish. I was able to deal with Caucasian. I was able to deal with just anybody in general because I looked at you as an individual. I didn't look
That's
at you
me.
by your name,
That's me.
you know.
I deal with everybody, and you know, it's it's crazy. I've gotten people that say, "Oh, you're racist against white people." How can you say that? That is the most ignorant thing I've ever heard someone say to me on some real, like, that is
that's
the
not,
ignorantest person something say.
that's not,
It's like, how can you say that? You know me. You've been one of my first followers on the Iccy Show, and you've
yes,
seen all my Iccy shows. You always supported me, and I thank you for that. And you could see all the different people I have. I don't favor to nobody. I love everyone because God made all of us. That's how I look into it. And
yes,
everyone is thriving the same way. Everyone has the same amount of love. Some people have a lot more hate that they can't love people because they've been so broken that they don't know
eh,
how to love.
exactly. To me, you're JC. I don't see
Yes.
you as a white girl. I don't see you as a white girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you
Everyone says that.
I see you as JC, a
Thank
sweetheart.
you.
You know, that's how I've been seeing you from day one, and I'm gonna remain to be that way with you. You know,
Thank
you're
you.
my.
I appreciate
I
that
call you,
love.
love your brother Mike. I love him. I love
Oh,
Mike.
tax on the beat. Tax on the beat. Shout out to
Yeah,
Massive
you're
Hustle Records.
yes. That's why I said I love your whole camp. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Don, I love them all. I love them all because at the end of the day, y'all doing what I want to do. And what I mean by what I want to do is I need a team out here with me, truthfully speaking. I have a small team, but everybody is like independent. So therefore, we touch and go. You know, that's basically what it is.
Yes.
We're all touch and go. But I really need a solid team. If we had a solid team here in Jersey, Girl, look, I'll be running up on y'all. That's a real.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, like, with this music, this music is serious. A lot of people take it as a joke. They think it's like you go in there and say whatever you want to say, and it's okay. No, it's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is serious. Sometimes you got to make like 7, 8 takes.
Mm-hmm.
But God has blessed me. Fortunately, it only takes one take with me.
That's good. That's good. That means you're a pro. You're a pro now.
Well, I'm not a pro yet. I'm not a pro yet because I feel like this. A lot of times I'll just reverse myself and be like, oh, I should have said that better. you know, I'm not a pro
How many
yet.
awards have you gotten in your music career?
Awards. Actually, my camp got awards. They were selected for. I forgot the name of the the actual music booklet. Source looked at BTAP for one. They had mentioned us several times, but there was one booklet that actually put us on the cover. For BTAP, and that's out of Pesa, PA. Like I said, my
Okay.
nephew. He's the
Okay.
actual owner of BTAP Music, and he made me the co-owner. Because like he's in the process of getting ready to get something big now. He wanted me to come down to North Carolina now. They
Oh
actually
yeah.
have everything set to the point where they wanted to set me out on tour down here.
That's
But
dope.
I'm like kind of lenient. Being a wolf, sometimes you gotta sit back in my den, and just ponder a little bit, So
Definitely.
it's been in the making a long time, You having me as on an interview, you actually drawed me out the den.
Thank
I
you.
don't
I
think
appreciate that.
nobody else could have did that. So pat
Thank
yourself.
you. I appreciate it.
But
Definitely.
that's with the music
If
though.
magazine and I'm looking for people that own magazines so I could do an interview on a magazine. If you know anybody for me on that, let me know.
Well, I think main source is still in the play, aren't they?
I do, but you don't hear them that much, so I don't know if you need to know someone to get on there or how it works. Because used to hear of them all the time, but not too much now. So I really don't know.
Well, like I said, with this magazine thing, like I said, my camp, they doing their thing. I mean, everybody's basically spread abroad right now, and we're getting ready to come back together and collaboration that we get ready to drop off, y'all. I know you're gonna
Be
want your
ready.
hands in
Be
it.
ready. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be so icy.
You want your hands in it. I'm serious because Boom Blaze and Passa, that's like actually the old Mob D. One started off, the other one finished the sentence, and it's
That's
vice
dope.
versa. And I don't know how it really works, but these are my nephews, and I don't know how it really works where they really think in tune like they do. And then it's like I said, I got a couple of new artists I'm gonna bring into the music and marketing. A lot of people don't even know how this tranny is. I mean, this tranny spitologist. I mean, really, word game, just play with it. And I'm like,
Hmm.
yo, I need you. The name is Diablo, you know. So I'm telling you right now, be prepared. So when you hear Diablo, the name Diablo, you know what it is. Okay,
Ah,
that's my baby. I'm keeping 100. That's
okay,
my. I've been knowing Diablo ever since Diablo was 11 years old. But I never
okay.
known that Diablo had the spit game so intact. I mean, like, yo, when you hear it, be like, wow, on the real. And the thing about it is, Diablo do not want to work with nobody but me.
That's dope.
So yeah, don't want to work with nobody but me. Said Wolf, whatever you say, big bro, we can get it. I am not messing with nobody else. And this is gorgeous too. I'm gonna tell you now. Don't get it twisted. You see Diablo, you think that's straight up woman. Straight up woman.
Mm,
Gifted.
that's dope.
But don't get it twisted. We'll put hands on you.
Yeah, definitely.
But like I said, it's a couple of artists that I really need to bring into the industry. So
Give them
that
a
means I
shout
got
out on the Iccy Show.
Huh?
Give them a shout out on the Iccy Show. Let everybody know who they are and who you want to give a shout out to.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shout out first of all to the Trini, like I said, which is my baby, Diablo. We're gonna make this 100%. You got that number one shout out, and I got you 100%, Diablo. But then also to Pesa PA, my nephew, who is the owner of BTAP Music. He's in the dirty South now. He's in North Carolina. He's doing his thing. K. Sean, down also BTAP Music, down in the dirty South. New Tech, my nephew, right here in Patterson with me. Boom Blaze, right here in Patterson with me. These are my nephews. Like I said, it's nothing but a family business.
That's
So
dope.
I shout out to all of them. And look, it's other people like Ronnie Ron pushing all our music every time you get the opportunity. So it's like, yo, we got mad supporters. It's just that we need to stand up a little more. And I always say, as you probably done read on my pages, every time I say Patterson stand up.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's like this. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything.
Fact.
So I mean a lot to a lot of people. A lot of people keep pushing me in the right direction. They support me, and I support a lot of people as long as they're doing positive things. That's what I
Yes.
believe in. I
Yes.
mean, like if you're out there doing your dirt, yeah, I understand. I came from the mud, so I'm not perfect. And no man is perfect. So all the people that be saying like, I got this, no, you don't got it. Everybody needs somebody. You know what I mean?
Fact.
So that's why, I reach out like I do at the same time. If I can help someone, I help them. I reach your hand down, I'll pick you up. I won't
That's
kick
dope.
you.
Mhm.
So like I said, it's a lot of meaning behind me because I've been through a lot. And like I said, it's through Patterson I learned a lot. I'm keeping
New
100.
Jersey in the building, Boston 617. You know how we do on
Good.
the Iccy Show.
201 973, baby. You know what it is. 609. Yes, Jersey. That's
Uh-huh.
what it is.
Definitely.
But it's been a pleasure being on the show with you and everything. And you know what? We got more to go. We got more to
Yes,
go.
we're gonna have another episode real quick, real soon. When I'm out there in Jersey, I'll be sure to link with you and have you on my Iccy Show and the Dom Vic Show because like I said, we're on tour on October 24th. So I'll let you know as soon as I get that date locked in what day we'll be in Jersey. I'll be on Candy Solid Circle. She'll be on the Iccy Show and I'll be on her show. So we're working. She's out of Jersey. So I'll definitely be in touch with you, letting you know when we'll be out there.
And it
Tell them one more
it would
time your social media.
well, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and the name is Alexander Green, aka the White Wolf. But I must give a shout out to Massive Hustle Records. I have to.
Woo-hoo! Massive
Yeah.
Hustle Records got a shout out on the Iccy Show from
And to you,
White Wolf right here from New Jersey to Boston 617. That's what I like to hear. People working that are working and grinding. That's salute.
yeah,
I see you. You giving Massive Hustle a shout out over there with you. That's dope.
definitely.
That's dope. Shout out to Tax on the Beat, everybody on that cap, Massive Hustle Records, they're grinding, easy to gift. Um, GS, everybody, they're doing their thing out there too.
I shout out to
How
the
did you
whole
hear
camp.
about the Iccy Show? That's one more question I had. How did you hear about the Iccy Show? Because you were one of my first supporters of the Iccy Show.
Okay, it came about, like with this music circle that I'm in. I seen you was pushing like, I'm gonna attempt to do this. That's what your statement was. I'm gonna attempt to do this, and I was like, okay, well I'll follow you, I'll support you, and that's how I heard about the Icy Show.
That's dope. That's dope. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. And that's great support. I appreciate you. Here we are 2.5 years down the road, and the Iccy Show is still going hard. And like I said, as soon as I get the clearing, it is going to be on Comcast channel. So I thank you because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be having it on Comcast or having that opportunity to grow big as the Iccy Show started 2.5 years ago. And I thank you for being such a supporter And I appreciate the love, and that's real, recognize real. Like I've been saying, small people, there's only small people that reckon real, that
Exactly.
understand that real recognize real. When you say that, they just think real recognize real, yeah, whatever. But when you say it and then mean it and then show it, boom, it blows up like icicles dripping down.
Yo, that's why I said also look out for, Elvis Duran, Patterson Good News. He also, like I said, he's doing my management now, so
Salute.
look out because like they're more into the gospel, which I'm gonna also be giving them a gospel single pretty soon too, like so
That's
I'm
okay.
with
There's nothing wrong with that. That's just like having country music or jazz music. There's nothing wrong of gospel music. And there's, you know what I've been noticing this year? There's been a lot of gospel singers out there that are coming out slowly but surely, but they're awesome
yes.
and they got a great gift. And I don't know if they're scared to come out because of their church might judge them, but they shouldn't be scared of their passion and what they're really good. I mean, there's so many great talent out there, especially in the gospel. I mean, singing, oh my gosh, like you just said, I mean, they got a gift.
I like to also give a shout out to Patterson Music Makers that's on Facebook. That's the home base that I actually came from. You feel me? So like
Okay.
I got to get a shout out to them because I done made their cover and everything. You know what I mean? Pesa PA, BTAP Music, we made their cover and everything. So I got to give a shout out to them as well because they've been great supporters. And Bernard, the Magic Man himself, you know, he's one of the icons of Patterson. You know what I mean? And that's been supporting
Okay.
me. And also my cousin that you don't even really know that is my family. He actually used to sing with Blackstreet.
Oh yeah?
And yeah, and he's a beast. Levi Little.
Cool.
Levi Little. He's in,
Okay. Wow, small world. Look at that.
yeah.
Wow. That's great.
So
We
we've
gotta
been
we
doing
gotta work more. We gotta work more together. Definitely gotta work more together. And
told you.
anybody that you can that wants to interview on the Iccy Show, link with me, inbox me. This man's been waiting 2.5 years to get on my Iccy Show. I feel so bad.
I've been ducking, all right? That's what the wolf do. He sits in the cave, you know what I mean? And just marinate and ponder on things, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, okay.
Yeah,
I know
we
better.
got the OG on the Iccy Show today, getting so icy on a Saturday, starting the weekend off, a long weekend.
Yeah. Look, it's big things for us, man. I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's big things. We're gonna come up, we're gonna blow up. You know what I mean? See,
Yes.
people they're prepared to hear some things, but at the same time, they're not really ready.
Say it again, OG. Say it one more time. They're not ready for us, right? They're not ready for
they're,
us. We're teaming up. They're not ready.
they're, they're not really ready. But when we come, we're coming hard. Yeah, cause see,
The ice is gonna
not
be.
only I, yeah, not only I got the vocals, but I spit too.
Ah. Would you ever do battling?
Actually, the battling thing that I see that they really going into place with now, it's cute, but it really doesn't really touches me, because like I prefer to give somebody more of imagination of a visualization of what's really going on in this world today. You know, to
Right.
get at somebody's that's simpleness, that I find it to be. It's simple, but it's a form of art though. I can't knock it, to keep it
Right.
100. It's a form of art because I mean to critique the words that you come out your mouth with the thinking and the fluent with it, it's no different than rapping. But at the time, to to to, to address somebody and attack them is like, well, you know. So I
Exactly.
could not get into that, So my thing is just keep it at home base. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
home base.
Definitely. I actually used to go to shout out to Premier Rap Battle. I used to go to their battlers once a month. They're actually coming back this month. Premier Rap Battles coming back this month, so go check them out. Um,
Mm.
Shout out to Daff, D Sims, and Dawn. They're all doing it out here in Boston. So yeah, I mean the battling. It's very intense being there. I wasn't into it, to be honest with you, um, until I started going with Massive Hustle all the time, and then the two major artists that got me into watching it, I'm gonna be real with you, is E Heart and the um E Heart and what's the other female one? She's from Boston. Oh God.
I have no idea. I don't even follow it up. Now
Oh,
I
she's
deal
on my
more
tip
with.
of my tongue. She's on my tip of my tongue. Damn, that's so bad that I can't even remember her name. I'm actually a big fan of hers. It was E Hart and she's from Mattapan, Boston. But she killed it. They killed it together, and then I started watching it, and then when I started watching, I don't see her anymore, and I'm like, dang, these two women are beasts at the battle, and like it's crazy. You feel it intensify, and then I seen some people that just killing it in the game. I mean, shout out to Mummy Boss, shout out to um GS. I mean, all of them that killing it in the battle battling team.
Yeah, but see, I find that to be a fad, really.
40
That's
bars.
just
I'm sorry. That was her name. I didn't mean to cut you off. No disrespect. 40 bars and E Heart. That was sorry, Queen. From
uh,
Boston. I like to give you your right proper shout out because you're from Boston. I like those, people that need to be
no,
on the map to be on the map.
exactly, exactly. But also look into the Battle Fest League.
Okay.
The extreme dancing. You might catch some clips on the past of my son.
Okay.
His name Steps,
Okay.
STP, STEPZ,
Okay.
Steps. Tyrese Green. That's my son.
I've
So
heard of
check
that
that
name
out.
actually.
Yeah, oh, he's big. He's big. He's popular.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's got this movie that he's actually starring in, which is called Lit.
Okay.
At the same, like I said, there's a lot of people that when we collaborate, you're gonna see a lot more that what I'm just telling you, there's a lot of people involved here.
I
Like
can't
I
wait.
said,
I'm ready to work, so let me know. Like I said, when I come to with Don Vic to the tour down there, I'm gonna link with you, and we're gonna have this so icy interview in person instead of over the technology. OG.
true, true. So I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean?
Me
Because like
too.
at the end of the day, when we come together and collaborate and pull together, we're stronger. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then by being strong, who can stop that?
Mhm. That's
Literally.
gonna
I
be
mean,
like an icy storm that comes and hits them like.
they used to. I love it, though, but that's how it is. Like that's why North Carolina actually started putting all the wires and everything underground
Oh
because
yeah.
the icy storms used to like weight up so much weight on the lines that they used to snap them. So they said, okay, well we're gonna get smart. We're gonna start digging and putting up underground. But ice,
See, they don't know when the ice is coming, so icy, bam, like an ice storm.
you are icy girl. You do the thing.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you, especially coming from OG. I love that. Like, that makes me go harder because I know it's real love that when you're talking to me, like I'm taking your guidance because you've been through the path of what I've been doing. So it feels good, someone to guide me in the right way, you could per se.
But see, that's where it all comes in hand, as far as conversating and being in relations. I mean, like you give and you take, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, what you take, you also got to learn how to give.
Facts.
We got to be sponges. I mean, like
Yes.
at the end of the day, knowledge is the key to everything. Knowledge is actually power, and a lot
And
of people don't
greedy.
see it.
Don't be greedy. People like to be greedy in this music industry, and that's what holds people back because they want to be selfish and they don't want to work. They say they want a team, then they don't want a team. And when you have a team, you have to have a team in this industry. You can't be a one
Abs-
person male in this. You got to be a team to work it, make it, baby.
I'm glad that you clarified that because that's what's majorly been a problem for a lot of people out my way right now. Oh, I'm independent. Yeah, you're independent, but at the same time, if you have other people involved, a hand is no good without five fingers.
That tell them, talk that. Tell them the truth. Let them know that. Say that one more time.
Look, a hand is no good without 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. You know what I mean? I mean, even if you have 4 fingers, it's still good. But I mean, it takes all that to work together in order to make something happen.
Yeah.
So there's no
That's
I in
crazy. You use that 5 finger thing because when I used to manage Massive Hustle Records, my thing would be only 5 contracts, no more than 5. And if one opens, you got to get it back to number 5.
True. That's how it is. I mean, like, there's limitations to everything, but at the same time, we can go above that limitations. But
Fact.
that's if you want it. That's if you really want it. And like I
I
said,
want it.
I'm
I
going
want it to. I want to have my own show. I am thriving to have my own show. Anyone that is watching out there to be on national TV and have the Iccy Show. That just because I'm on soon to be on Comcast, I want it bigger. I want to be every Monday through Friday or Saturday and Sunday on there. Entertainment for everybody nationwide, 52
I,
states.
I support that 100%. I've been supporting you for
Thank,
over 2 years, and I'm going to continue to be there. Yeah,
thank you. I
that's right.
appreciate that, OG.
Here from the White Wolf, I'm sitting back, I'm watching, and I'm listen. When you need me, I'm there. All right.
I appreciate you, White Wolf. I definitely go check this man out. Support him. What he's doing. He's making noise on the silence. He's sizzling. He's coming right like sizzle popping over here for real. I can't wait to work with you, and I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show. Anybody you want to give a shout out before we wrap this out, sir?
Well, I'm gonna shout out first of all God first and foremost. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Without Him giving us breath, we cannot do nothing. And for all
Yes.
the artists in Patterson, stand up. I'm here. You need my support. Push forward. We can locate you into the things that you need to do. I mean, like at the end of the day, if you don't want to do nothing, nobody hear you, ain't nothing gonna be done. That's the
Fact.
bottom line. So
Definitely.
shout out to everybody.
Yes. Thank you, sir, for coming on the Iccy Show, and stay healthy and blessed. And I hope many blessed things come your way for 2021.
We're gonna do work.
Yes.
I salute.
Salute. God bless everyone. Free the jails. Also, if you want to be in my Iccy Show, inbox me. If you want me to sponsor your clothing line during my tour, make sure you inbox me. I'm leaving on the 24th, so I already got some sponsored clothes. I got some jogging suits. I got some t-shirts people have me sponsoring during this tour. I will wear it, and I will take a picture where I go. Yesterday I had Massive Hustle Records sweater on they gave me. Also, I had Entourage cigars. They gave me a hat to wear to sponsor them. So, I'm working. Shout out to your boy Nices in Haverhill, Massachusetts. They made the sign behind me. They make my custom t-shirts. They make my stickers. I just got my new stickers in. I'm actually going with Don Vic. He's going to pick out his right now. See, we got the new stickers, the GGirl stickers. We're working. We're trying to link. If people want to be sponsoring us, let me know. Let's get it. Let's work. 2021. Life's too short. He's thriving. I'm thriving. Let's get it, people. Let's work.
I support that 100%. You got my support all the way through. All right. Yo, check out New
Stay
Tech as
blessed.
well.
God bless.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Gotta